Well, welcome back, everybody. And 1-2 for G41 you prefer. I know it's been a while since you heard my voice. That whole Assassin's Creed Valhalla series, I went without commentary. This one, though, is going to require commentary. But welcome to a new series, Prison Architect Xbox One Edition. Let's get into it. I'll be doing the story mode first, then I'll be doing Build Your Prison. Let's see, prison stories. Starting from Bootstraps, Death Row. Wait, no, not Bootstraps. I gotta do Death Row, Palermo, Gabos, Conviction, then Bootstraps. So these prison stories tell you basically they tell you the controls and everything, and they teach you what you need to do about running a prison. Now I'm gonna play these because not only is that what you voted for, but because I'm a little bit rusty on this. So Death Row, we've been contracted to build an execution chamber at this prison. In time for the schedule, Edward Executioner 1, Edward Ramsey, currently serving life for double premeditated murder. In this chapter, you learn the basics of construction, room requirements, and utility. In game. Yeah, the memories are coming back to me. Oh yeah, I need to also turn up the music a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm remembering how this all worked a little bit. There's deliveries. The offices, the kitchen, warden. Let's see. Up. Yep, there he is. Edward Ramsey. Prison Architect Xbox One Edition. Phone call. The CEO. This is a tough one. As a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for this guy's big day. This is where I want the new facility to be built. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself. We need to make sure we have enough space inside to fit all the rooms we require. This is hear me? In this instance, we need an execution chamber and a cell. So let's get started. To construct a new building, press left on the D-pad to open the construction menu, then select structure. And then simply select building, brick, position the cursor where you want. Would you like to start building, and hold A to drag out the shape of the building you want to create. Alright, first off, let's turn that music back on. Alright, let's see, construction. Structure. Brick. CEO calling. Your workmen are responsible for the construction of buildings. They'll collect the steel and concrete from this storeroom and take it to the construction site. They'll use these raw materials to build the foundations and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of the construction, so you should plan ahead when building new facilities. While we wait for them to finish, let's take a look around. Use right analog stick to move the camera around, and let RTLT to zoom in now. Yep. Where he's going? Oh, good old girl. There he is. Bed, chamber, priest. Look at those guys. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm starting to remember most about this game. Or somebody left a pile of ingredients out in the middle of nowhere. Who the fuck does that? Look, there's the generator. Wait, switch off? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's see, warden office, chief office, foreman office. What the fuck? There's only one guy doing the job. Oh, there they go. Busy with the bees. Oh look, they're bringing more bricks and such. Now I know I can also fast forward time, but let's not leave them to do their job. Now here's the yard. I remember the yard. My prison. Kind of like this one, but I also had a shower in there. You know, for them to shower and whatnot. I also put down phones for them to call their loved ones. Hey, there we go. It's already done. Oh, but they have trapped. We need to be able to get in and out of the new building, so let's add an entrance. Build a large jail door in the south wall. To build a jail door, press right and left on the D-pad again, and open the construction menu, then select walls and doors. With the walls and doors menu open, simply select large jail door, position the cursor. Yes, I know how to do that. I'm not too rusty. There. Well, it looks like we have some workers trapped here. We just gotta wait for them to, you know, put the door in. Do they have the door? Where do they all live in here? Bin, service table, bed, office desk, beds, weight bench, toilet, bed, capacitor, table, what's this right here? A door, jail bars, and a CCTV. Where is that? Oh, it's just slowly coming in. Somebody again left ingredients out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, grab the door and get to work. Wait, it's this guy. This guy's the one installing it now. Wait, how'd it get from there to there? Oh well. There are so many ways for this prison to go wrong. I mean, they don't even have a guard in this area. Wait, is there more cells? Yeah, they don't even have guards patrolling the area. What if one of the prisoners gets a little bit uppity? And this guy's on a CCTV monitor. This camera's only has a view of this entire area, but I can see where that could go wrong. Oh well, I shouldn't expect much. It's an old prison. There we go, he's getting the door in. Come on. There we go. Now you're all free to go. As I said, we need a cell and execution room inside our new building. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. You can build brick walls by returning to the walls and doors menu. Press, oh yeah. Okay. Brick. Free time for everybody. Oh yeah, another thing I put in my yard is toilets. Just in case they need to use the toilet, because I remember having a really interesting schedule with my prisoners. I didn't give them too much free time. What's this garbage bag doing here? Where are the workers? Why aren't the workers doing anything? Because they are busy waiting for that. Bricks. Now, I swear to Christ, if they... Okay, that time, I mean, they dropped it here. And this time, a worker took it there. Okay, good. That was a little bit wonky. Brenton Gilbert. Who are you, Nathan Sparks? Everybody's going to lockup already. Now, I don't... They have staff keys, so how the hell are they opening these large jail doors? Beyond me. Why aren't more workers on this? There we go. Alright, CEO, it's done. Good work. Now add large jail to define those walls. You'll need to rotate one of these large jail doors per placing. You can do that by clicking LS. There. Shouldn't there be 2 trucks? Shouldn't there be 2 trucks? Because this one only has one of the large jail doors. Where's the guard to open the door? Now, as I was saying, this is a supply truck. What's this? This is a supply truck, okay. As I was saying, these guys only have staff keys, so how are they opening these large jail doors, which usually require the guards to open it? Look at these guys. Eating their full. Yep, there's the other truck with the jail door. Let's see. They need to put the jail door here and the jail door here. I'm gonna go on a limb because I remember this. Here's where the cell is gonna be. Here's where the execution chamber is gonna be. Okay, which was out of the door. There it is, making its way there. There you go. That's one. I need the other one. What's this to-do list? Ah, the large jail door. Actually, when did they add lights? I don't remember them adding lights. Oh well, it's done. That's looking good. Now we need to designate the room type of each room in our new building so that everyone knows which each room is used for. Use the rooms menu to designate a cell in the small area where our condemned inmate will rest until it's time to perform the execution. Then designate the execution room itself in the large area. Got it. Go over here to room. Here's gonna be a cell. And over here's gonna be execution. Those new rooms have requirements before they can be functional. The cell needs to contain a bed and a toilet at the bare minimum to meet the legal requirements. The execution room obviously requires an electrical chair if it is to be used to perform executions. You can find all these objects in the objects menu to add new objects to a room. Yeah. Let's see. Objects. We have some beds. Finally, the execution chamber. Oh god, it took 5,000 just to get an execution chair. I think we would have one already. Oh well, it's not my money I'm burning through. No, I don't like the way I positioned that bucket, but oh well. Oh well. Also, it doesn't require me to put the pipes in. Guess they already did that job. And there's the execution electrical chair. Again, where is the guard? There you are. Guard, I demand you get that gate open. Wouldn't it be something if they had automatic gates so the guard doesn't have to do this? Oh well. Now everybody's going to sleep, right? I think he's just sitting on the bed. Ooh, this guy. He's a reputation. This guy's extremely tough, stoic, and a skilled fighter. I can't believe I remember that. What those symbols mean. If you look bottom left, you see needs and reputation. Yeah, this guy could be trouble. Some of these guys don't have them, or we don't know. Down to Wagstaff. What kind of prison has a mix of low, medium, and maximum security members? That's bad. Because the maximum guys are gonna be in trouble. They can always come into all sorts of shapes and sizes. Oh, there's the chair. Ooh. CEO is calling. That's the essentials taken care of, but there are still a few improvements you can make. It's up to you, though. Those aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward-facing window and a small bookshelf. And the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floors or mosaic tiles. Outside you can add some lighting and a paved pathway if you think it needs it. This is the man in question, Edward Ramsey. A teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made the decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you are satisfied the facility is ready, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply place the cursor on the snapshot in the cell and press A to initiate the transfer. You know what? Since it's his last day on Earth, we'll add a few things. Oh, that's not right. There we go. And you know what? We'll even add something nice. We'll make it... Do we want concrete in this area? No. Fancy towels? Nah. Ceramic floor? Maybe. It's not my money I'm spending. So this guy is the guy, eh? Yeah, I remember you. This is gonna be horrible. Now where is that truck with the stuff? Lights. Luckily these guys don't need brakes at the moment. Yeah, they don't even have a staff room here. Staff rooms are required in order to let your workers, take a break from the, working so hard. I do not see a staff room. I see cells, showers, storage, the canteen, the generator room where you put the generator, but that's not a designated room. The generator room is just a room that is just a place you put the generator and such. It doesn't need to be, designated as such. More showers, a kitchen. Why aren't all the prisoners going to bed? It's sleepy time. Anyway, get to work. Actually looks pretty good. Kind of. Look at them busy little bees. That looks much better. It's important to go to the extra mile like this. A well-designed prison is a slightly happier prison. Exactly. I keep the prisoners happy, they don't riot. They don't go ballistic. Get to work. There we go. Execution room looks nice. Now let's get this going. Don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone cold killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed. Want to know what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 p.m. The lights were already on. I knew she was home. I knew I'd catch you two here. Edward, Don't. Just don't. What are you gonna do? Clear as day if you ask me. Deserves every vote he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them together. That is double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperated with the authorities. This state is making a statement. This state is making an example of him. If he committed his crimes 100 miles north, he'd be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? Do you want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep fine. I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Good work so far. However, there's one problem. The execution room isn't operational yet because it doesn't have any power. We need to connect it directly to the power station that supplies our prison with its electricity. Yep, that's power grid. We're now viewing the prison in an underground view. In this view, you can see the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in this prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables shown in green. Power is provided to the prison by this power station, which draws electricity from the national grid. As you can see, this entire cell block is without power. To fix this problem, we first need to switch back to the underground view to understand why the lights are without power. Well, I think I got an idea. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineers cannot complete the wiring for this area. You need to extend the electrical cables to nearby to cover this wing of the prison. To construct new electrical cables, press here. Power supply. Place electrical cables to highlight areas with provide power for this cell block ASAP. Here comes the truck with the supplies on it. Why is this cook out here? Oh yeah, by the way, these are what called capacitors. You're gonna need them if you want to keep your prison powered. What these do is these extend how much power you can use for the power station. Now see this little bar right here? If it ever fills up, it'll cause a power outage. Ours electricity, yep. But Mr. Guy, you're just gonna have to wait. It's not his time yet. How much do you want to bet that this is also going to teach me about capacity of power generator? Power station, yeah. Let's watch these guys at work. I'm waiting for this power thing to go up. If it goes up, that means a power outage. They'll need to install more capacitors. I think they missed one right here. Yeah, they missed one. Install an electrical cable. Hey buddies, you missed one. Where are y'all going? You missed one. This one right there. Without this doesn't get power. Just have to wait. Oh, there they go. Come on, hurry up. What did they pay you for? There you go. It's all gone power now. Lights aren't the only that needs power. Your new electrical chair does too. Use some more electrical cables to connect the execution facility to the power station. The electrical chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power supply. This means that you'll need to connect it up directly with the electrical cables. There we go. Yeah, that's not looking too good. If that electrical chair puts it over the edge, then... Why is this worker just standing here? Why are they not asleep? What the heck is this? Looks like food waste. Food waste, garbage. You're supposed to move the garbage and stuff over here to the bin, you know that, right? I guess we're just gonna have to wait for them to get everything in order. Here they come. That's all they're gonna use? That doesn't look like it's gonna complete the circuit though. Oh, they just phased through the wall. Oh well, I'll allow it. I gotta... Yeah, now you gotta finish up the circuit. There we go. We are almost done, I think. We should test the new electrical room at least once before we try to use it, though. I'm just gonna turn it on for a few seconds, make sure everything is okay. But that didn't work. Whole place without power now. Well, that didn't work. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped the circuit breaker. The power station. The whole prison is dark. We're gonna need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that the electrical chair generates. Well, I could have figured that one out. Adding capacitors to our power station allows us to handle more electrical item to connect to it. Build 3 more capacitors around this power station so it has enough capacity to handle us turning on the chair. To add extra capacity, yeah. Let's apply menu again. Whole prison's without power now. Luckily, I'm not the one who deals with the consequences. Seriously, who does... There should at least be a guard out here. Like 2 guards are stationed here to open the gates. There's only 2 capacitors. And 2 capacitors. Where's the 3rd? I ordered 3. Do we already have a 3rd capacitor or what? Because I don't see another truck with it. There's one. On capacitor. Where'd you get that one? Guess we already had an extra capacitor. I just need that 3rd one installed. Get to work, buddy. Now the thing about showers is that the water is on a different system. But that'll come up later. There we go. Now we've made those improvements, we should be able to get the power back up and running. So let's give it a go. Switch the power back on by placing the cursor over it and pressing A. There we go. Looks like the lights are back on over the prison, which is a good sign. Now we need to test the electrical chair again and hope the power station copes with the extra load this time. Testing the electrical chair is easy. You just need to switch it on. Place the cursor over it and press A button. Yep. Well done. I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. Can I help you? Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you no matter what you have done, if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. It's time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon, and he will have the final judgment on you. Edward Ramsey, you've been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the first degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan? I'm sorry. And that concludes Prison Story Death Row. Yes, yes, executions are exactly like that. Not without the words and everything, but just from my experience playing this game, when you do an execution, there's just the dark music and just the build up, and then finally just that. But I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Next will be Palermo. And leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video if you enjoyed this series. And I shall see you in the next episode. Till next time, bye bye.